Hello, CYO parents. I'm putting this together for those parents that didn't get a chance to go to the line judging and scoring clinic that was put on today. In case you were like me and maybe had a hard time following it, even if you did go, having this example to review might help. So I figured I would just walk through the example that they gave, and hopefully this makes you guys more comfortable to volunteer and help us out when we have the game days. So in this case, this is a scoring sheet with an example set up. It's not through to the full game, but you'll get the idea. MC is for Marin Catholic, TL is Terra Linda. Imagine that you are sitting on the official side and the table side, and Marin Catholic's on the left side of the court, and Terra Linda's on the right side of the court. The players that you have in your lineup are numbered in the order that they will be serving, in the serving order, in the rotation order. It is not their location on the court, so that's a key piece. So in the case of Terra Linda on the right-hand side, number 3 is serving, and you'll notice the first serve after the coin toss is checked off on the Terra Linda side, that Terra Linda will be serving, and number 3 is in the serving position. So in this case, they get the ball first. Number 3 does the serve as soon as the whistle blows and indicates that the server can go ahead and serve. Draw a circle and wait for the results. In this case, server 3 hits the ball over the net, and say it was an ace, they immediately get the point. You put the point in the circle, cross off the number 1 under the score, and it is now 1-0. That means that 3 gets the ball back. They serve a second time. There's a rally back and forth. The circle is drawn there at the start of the serve. They get the point after the rally, and so a number 2 goes in there, and then you'd cross off the 2 at the same time. On the third serve, number 3 hits the ball, and it goes into the net. They lose their side of the serve. You draw a circle since number 3 was still serving at that point, but you put in an R to indicate that the serve is complete and will return the ball. The R, I can't say exactly what it's representing, but I've heard it referred to as return or rotate, but it's actually this team that would rotate in. As I mentioned earlier, 5 would have been in the position that they're rotating into closest to the net, and then they would rotate into the serving position. And this 1 here means that they got the point from the rally serve. So when this number 3 hit it into the net, you put a square here indicating that that was a rally point, and they have their first point now. Now it is, from Marin Catholic's point of view, it is 1-2-2. At that point, number 5 has a bit of a run. They serve their second point, they serve their third point and their fourth point, and on their fourth serve, they lose that point to Terra Linda. Put a circle that they served that one, put an R in here, and then the next, under this one, this indicates that they received their third point from the rally. Okay, so you may have noticed that on the Terra Linda side there is a 6 scratched out and a 24 written in. Don't pay attention to that yet. During number 6's serve, they continued to serve through here. The substitution is related to the next round, actually, that's coming up, so I'll get to that in a second. So imagine that the 6 is still written in there, the 24 isn't there. So now the serve comes back to Marin Catholic. And so now number 10 is rotated into the serving position. They got the point, so there was a square for the rally, and then they got the point when it came back over to them after Terra Linda served this one here. And so now you would scratch out the point number 5 on this side. And so now it is 5 on Marin Catholic side to 5 on the Terra Linda side. So it's tied up. So And then at this point, number 10 serve the ball. They actually lose the rally. They don't get a point with that server. And so it immediately comes back over to Terralinda. Now we've got this run on the Terralinda side. Number 9 is in the serving position. They've rotated in. They've received point number 6. So 6 will get scratched out there. A box is in place from the rally. Point number 6 goes in. And then number 9 has quite a run. They do 0.7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then finally, they're on the serving side. The receiving side, if you look down here, it says SX, Substitution Receiving Team. So SX means that the receiving team, Marin Catholic, got a bit nervous with this run, and they decided to do a substitution. At that point, they substituted in number 30 for 35. So you can see down here, this happens here, not down when they're serving. The substitution happened, 30 comes out, 35 goes in, and now the new lineup is updated on this side. Likewise, on their team, they decide to substitute in number 24 for 6, and that's where that substitution comes in. So scratch out 6, put in the 24, and so you can see that there. And since there was a substitution on both sides, here on the receiving team and here on the serving team, then the substitutions, first substitution for each side are scratched out. So we keep track of the substitutions, and there's a maximum number of substitutions. At that point, after that, it worked. The timeout worked, and they, number 9 served the ball, but they lost the rally circle with an R, and now we're back over on the Marin Catholic side. They get their 6th point in the box, so a square, 6. And then number 15 has a good set of serves. They get point numbers circle 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's a timeout called. So another timeout is called, and or not another timeout. This is the first timeout. And at this point, the score here is 10. The score on this side is 12. So these would be scratched out accordingly. And when a timeout is called down here, the timeout calling team, which is TX, so if you see down here, it's timeout receiving team. They're serving the ball, so they're the receiving team. They call a timeout, and the score is 12-10. That's written in here, and there's a timeout written down here when the timeout is taken, when the score is 12-10. After that timeout, number 15 comes back to serve. They serve successfully their point number 11, and then the serve returns back to this side. So I think you're getting the idea. The game does not finish all the way through, but if there are any questions, I'm sure you can talk to one of the officials, one of the coaches. We'll do our best to give you some guidance. Thank you.